Crowson here. He says Auro has bounty house sounders. He's trying to make fun of your soundbar. He's not a believer in bouncing the sound around just because maybe we've had bad experiences in the past, maybe with other formats that promise that my cell phone's going to be an immersive experience. And usually it's not. Like, I can pretty much tell it's a cell phone.
Yeah. Although you will hear when you hear I'm let's say, of course, the man is right. Yeah, a soundbar will not be able to reproduce the same experience. Yeah,
Sure.
don't forget that a speaker is moving air, and a soundbar has, of course, some psychoacoustic tricks where you're working on. But the question is, then again, you have to make them sounding as natural as possible. And we have new technologies used, yeah, to make that happen. And it is really, I'm impressed myself, because every time when they start a demo, I tell you, in our demo room, we have the real speakers up there as well. So they start the demo, and every time I think, yeah, well, is this now the soundbar or the speakers on? Because you really believe the speakers are on. It is that natural, yeah. But it is not as natural, of course, compared to the real speaker systems, yeah.
Sure.
And but you will see it's an advanced system of soundbars, and it is really good. So it will come next year on the market.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that out. Maybe you have a soundbar 30 degrees, and then you have another soundbar.
Mercy.
2 levels of soundbars. Yeah, we were thinking about that as well, but typically people are not going to do that. Typically, people want to have one soundbar. But let's say if that soundbar can give, let's say, that kind of 3-dimensional experience, it is something. But of course, it is not the same as having the speakers up. So don't worry about a soundbar will not reproduce your impression that you have over the speakers. You are always way better with the speakers being installed. Yeah.
All right. Don, thank you again. How many movies are currently mixed in Auro 3D, and where can I find a list of them? I find that I actually prefer the Auro 3D up mixer over Dolby Atmos mix that is on the disc. Wow. It's quite a testimonial there.
Yeah, I found that actually I prefer a mix over the Dolby X mix. Yeah. But yeah. Typically, let's say, the point is, in cinema we have about 200 movies mixed in Auro 3D, but that's not always the let's say, released for home.
Right.
Let's say the studios, they release it in the digital cinema format, yeah. And let's say, I believe, let's say now with our streaming technology, they will come more and more, yeah. But let's say we have, like, I think 15 or 20 movies out, yeah. It's not that much, yeah. In music is much more, yeah. So in music we have like about 100 albums. We have about 1,400 titles out now, and it's just like what is being released. There's like 10 times more recorded even, yeah.
Right. Sure.
So this is this is something which I think, but there's coming more and more anyway. So what I think important is not the amount, it's the quality that counts. And I think that's the difference. I know that our competitors, they want to have the highest number in the total amount. For me, I rather we have like 10 good titles than 100 movies out, which are like only having here and there some nice moments in that format, and the rest is like 5 or 7.1. Yeah. So what we try to do, if you hear the kind of movies and what we have out there, then it is really, let's say, then it is like an our experience from the beginning till the end. That doesn't mean it's always like 9.1. You have to play as well with this kind of, let's say, this kind of, how do you call it? Yeah, when there's, although I tell you something, yeah, this was very interesting. Even a dialogue in Auro 3D sounds amazing.
That I saw the different settings there, right? There's different settings for large, medium, small, and then movie. And what's the other one? I think there is a dialogue one. What are those? What do those do?
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that depends on the settings of what the manufacturer does. Because some manufacturers, they want specific things they have only themselves, or we create something in the software typically for them. No, what I was talking about, Joe, is something else.
Oh, okay.
If you would record now my voice, this is now just this microphone. Let's say my computer microphone. It's not as good as yours you have there, yeah. But let's say if you would be able to reproduce what you have here, you would feel much more closer to myself, yeah. I have, and I can do in the next session that we have,
Yeah.
I do sometimes explanations, and I have them where you can hear the same thing in mono, stereo, surround, or Auro 9.1 over binaural as well. So you can hear it as well, even in your headphone. Now it sounds different.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm always okay with having you on. So whenever you want to not sleep at the proper time, you're always welcome here. Everybody seems to like the content that you're providing here and the information. And yeah,
There was a
I'm
question just
I'm very
before.
thankful
Okay.
for you. What
Okay.
was the question?
Oh, so and whatever, when people have some questions, perhaps they can send them to you. So I am happy to respond. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I have
somebody said we should be the Oro 3D distributor. Daily high five Oro 3, and we get to answer all your questions. We already do that. I mean, all day, whenever we post a video about something, we end up answering all kinds of questions. So
Oh yeah.
I think they're
Okay.
talking about actual content discs so they can get some.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've
what
already
Sean is going to do right now.
I've already given away a ton of them, man, but they always want them. So
Yeah, they're very popular. Very popular. Yeah. But let's say there's a lot of music content as well, which is really, really nice, but really very good music as well. Yeah. So, and there is like, they're like coming platforms, interesting, let's say, big platforms that they're going to, let's say, to deliver as well as downloads. And so it's all coming. It's step by step. I see in general, immersive audio is now coming to the world everywhere. Yeah. And it's
Right.
coming really fast to us. So that's good for all of us. It's, and then I understand as well, people want to understand what is now the difference between all of them. Yeah. So the more information we can share about it, yeah, and it's always good as well to understand what the competitors is doing and what if they have like certain things that we can not do in the same way and things like that. But a lot of people think that Auro 3D is not using object-based technology, and that's not right. So we are using that in a different way. We use it for interactivity. So especially in broadcast, we are using it. Yeah, we are selected in the China standard the China standard for CCTV. The new broadcast, yeah, will be is let's say is concepted around the Auro 3D format, and like different technologies they use from it. Yeah. There's like a part of it which is from Fraunhofer coming, from Huawei coming, from Auro coming, yeah. But the renderer, the binaural renderer and the object-based renderer, yeah, let's say that is something that is coming from Auro 3D. And the way that we use it is to create, let's say, for languages that you can just decide yourself in a sport channel that you can change the volume yourself, yeah. Like the last time, the first test we did, the technology was tested with the World Cup football, yeah, in Russia, you remember? And we had like Auro 9.1 plus 4 objects. So you had the Chinese language, the English language, and you had like fan club A and fan club B. And then you could decide yourself, let's say, which kind of fan club that you wanted to put louder or softer. So that was very interesting, yeah. So hey, thank you.
Everybody arguing. They're arguing from different. Maybe I'll put the Dolby Atmos representative over here. I'll put you over here. The DTS guy over here.
And don't forget the IMAX enhanced guy over
Yeah,
there.
get
You're
him back
gonna
there.
all like fight over it. All right, ladies.